Good morning, New Life. My name is Cordelia, and at this time in the service, we like to take out a few minutes to just shed some light on what God is doing in the midst of his people here at New Life. This morning, I have Sasha and Jordan Marcotte with me. Super excited to hear from y'all. Sasha, could you start by sharing just a little bit about this family that's expanding? Like, y'all got some things going on.
Expanding.
Yes, quite literally in this moment. Yet I'm kind of small, actually, because I'm about to be 8 months. So, but she's growing, and it's great. We're excited. We're having a baby girl on April 7th. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's going to come so fast.
I love it. That's so exciting. Jordan, could you share just a little bit about your faith journey and like your walk with the Lord?
For sure. Didn't grow up in a Christian family, but through a martial arts team actually in high school. We started going to church together and started getting discipled, started experiencing what it looked like to just see people passionate. They actually loved being there, and that was unique and interesting for me. And so yeah, it was February 18th, 2007. I found myself in a garage for a youth night in Bonner Springs, Kansas, and gave my life to the Lord that night. I had experienced what real void felt like, and experienced what it felt like to have him fill it. So ever since then, just been following. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Mm-hmm. So Sasha, I know that you grew up in the mission field. What was your favorite part about serving the Lord in that?
So I grew up traveling a lot, almost like a military kid, over 30 countries before I was 18. Wow. So yeah, following Jesus, serving Jesus was very much an adventure to me. Did it with my family, which I loved, and got to see Jesus do amazing things in people's lives. And so, yeah, probably that would be my favorite.
That's awesome. That's really cool. So could you guys share a little bit about just your ministry with worship here, your passions of why that's a passion for you?
Yeah. I think what we've been able to experience here, even from the beginning, is the fruit of what can happen. I spent a lot of my time in my earlier, 20s, kind of just doing itinerant stuff, parachurch stuff, and all that was really amazing. Learned a lot. But what was really cool about here was it was the first time being able to see what can happen when you can be consistent with a community and go somewhere, that through the highs, through the lows. Even, I was here for 2 years, left, came back, and even looking at the last 2 years again and seeing even what happened this last year, that we can all fight for consistency when we come into the room or we're online or whatever it looks like, that we can see the fruit of, what happens when we stay consistent as a community and go somewhere. That's been a huge thing for me. And yeah, so.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Last question. Could you guys share just a little bit about just celebrating other cultures at our church? We have this passion to be more diverse, and we have a diverse community here. But could you share just a little bit about how that matches up with music and different things like that?
Music is already expressive. I mean, every culture has some version of it, and I think to be able to step into it first before we ever present anything, I think it requires all of us to learn and be and fight to be willing to celebrate other cultures. Yeah. So we can't really come into church or even worship with just looking for our preferences to be fulfilled, because then that's not worship. So I think that music provides an opportunity for people to find unity around that. And I think it can be really fun when we step outside of our preferences and we step in and we go, I want to learn to be able to link arms with my brothers and sisters who look like this, are from there, who whatever it is, And I think being a biracial person, just in general, I've always had a desire to want to bridge gaps. And that's what I fight for every week and every opportunity I get to be able to do worship here. Even when Sasha and I get out and we perform, we hope to be able to provide something for all people and hope that we can, link that way. So
yeah, and I feel like you said, music does that in a very big way. And God made differences, and they were on purpose. And it's really cool that we get to celebrate different cultures, but not worship them. We worship God, and so there's a beauty in that, because we can celebrate. And so, thank you guys so much for sharing, and hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday.